I just do it as it comes. Most of the times, I just be me. You understand? I'm a very funny person. I love to crack jokes. I just love to be hilarious. I love to just make fun of things.
Well, hello, everyone. It's Chris Ye. I must say that on Blitzscaling Yourself, we are usually busy talking with CEOs and authors and venture capitalists, executives of various kinds. But today, for the first time, we have an international pop star on the line. We're joined by Ruger, which is just astonishing. I still can't believe we managed to get you on. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you so much for having me.
Well, I've got to tell you, for those of you who are unfamiliar with Ruger's work, he has over 100 million views on YouTube for his top 3 songs. He's one of the hottest artists in the world. He's been deemed one of the most promising young talents by Vogue magazine. And the amazing thing is this has all happened fairly quickly. Now, you've been working at it for a long time, but this success, it's been quite remarkable.
Yeah, I just appreciate God. I appreciate my team and my fans, most especially. It's just been them, riding through everything with me. It's been a very, I won't say all smooth. It's bumpy along the way, but I've been able to go harder each time I deliver. You understand what I'm saying? And the fans have been amazing around the world, so I appreciate the love.
Well, I think that is absolutely critical, right? The fan support is the thing that drives all of this. But in terms of, your career, so you, I think, have wanted to be a singer and performer for a long time. When did you first get the idea that you wanted to be a performer? What were the first things that you did?
Well, yeah, this started around when I was in high school. During my last year, I just used to be in the class. I wasn't really serious, I must say. So I was just be in the class and start playing beats on the tape with me and my partner at that time. So just play beats and I sing and all of that. And we just had fun with it. It was just a way because I went to a sort of military high school, so it was very stressful for us. So we used that to pass our time just to make ourselves happy because the training and everything was really strenuous and all of that. So I did that and I just got to class always happy because anytime I started singing and everything, it turns to a party in the class and I said, I could as well start writing songs if I'm this good. You understand? So I'm happy I followed my dreams and we're here right now and I can't wait for what is going to happen in the future.
Well, I got to say, something that you said, I didn't even know. You went to a military high school? Were you intending on a career in the military? What was the story behind that? Why were you there? Because you obviously are a talented artist. You should be at an artistic high school.
My parents wanted me to go there. My parents wanted me to go there, man. So, I just had to go.
Got it. Well, how do your parents feel now that you've become an international pop star? I mean, do they say, you know what, maybe we should have let you, explore your musical side earlier?
Well, I feel like it's good what they did with me because, it helped with my discipline, my endurance and everything.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
There's no form of hardship that I can't face. You understand? I have it helps me. That's going to that school really helped me. It really helped me. You understand what I'm saying? So
oh yeah.
Yeah, I'm happy. I'm happy that happened. It came as a surprise to them. They didn't know I was serious about it. You understand what I'm saying? They never knew I was really that serious about it until I said, "Oh, I'm about to get signed. Yo, support me. You see, it's getting real now. You seen it? Believe it? Let's go then." That's it.
Well, and that's the thing about your being signed, because you're signed by somebody who is literally, in some sense, music royalty. The Prince, his father was in the industry. His brother, of course, very famous in the industry.
Yeah.
His mother, an actual Igbo princess. So literally, it's royalty. How did this happen? How did he find you? What was it like when you got that first message? Tell me about that.
Well, actually, so my leisure time, I just used to do freestyles and post on Instagram.
Mm-hmm.
I was just having fun with it. I didn't expect it to go that far. car, all of a sudden, I just saw a DM from the prince that, yo, what's up? I want you to come to the studio to come start recording. Are you free? Anytime you're free. And I said, what am I doing in my life? Coming. So, yeah, that's how it done. God be the glory. We're here right now.
There's an important lesson here, which is you got to put yourself out there, right? People might have said,
Yeah.
oh, what are you doing just posting on Instagram? Where's that going to lead? Well, the point is you don't know who's watching.
Yeah, that's the thing. Everyone is watching. I see a lot of upcoming acts that have not really blown up. I see them on my timeline. I see them. They don't even know. You understand? The magic is just keep doing what you're doing and keep believing in yourself. That's what will help you to reach that greater height.
Now, I got to ask because, it's rare that we have an international pop sensation on our podcast. You are on your way somewhere, going to a concert venue, going to meet with other famous people. Give us a peek inside the life of Ruger.
Yo, inside the life of Ruger is just normal. Like, I'm driving. I'm going to a band rehearsal for my Europe tour. Just basically, I'm a normal guy. When I'm off the stage and off the TV and all of that, I eat, sleep. I watch a lot of movies. I'm a Netflix and chill guy. I'm always on the Netflix.
Oh,
and I play FIFA.
What Netflix show are you watching right now? People are gonna millions of people around the world are very curious what your recommendation is.
I just finished Sabrina.
Oh, nice.
I just finished Sabrina. Yeah, and I play FIFA with my dude. So that's what I do basically. It's not too much, not stressful or anything. Just relaxed. I'm always relaxed when I'm not Garuga.
No, it makes sense. I mean, the life of an international pop star is a stressful one. A lot of travel, a lot of preparation. You got to relax from time to time. I will tell you, my recommendation, my wife and I have been watching this show, Physical 100. It's like a South Korean show where they have these athletes competing in these games. It's
I saw it. Is it really good? It's really good?
It's good. Yeah, you should check it out.
I'll watch it then. I saw it. I don't know why I didn't watch it. I'll go watch it.
Awesome. Well, let's talk about your first album, the aptly named Pandemic. This was something you've literally been preparing your entire life for. How did this album come together, and what were some of the key things that you learned from the process of putting the album together?
Yo, it was a lockdown period, so it was really hard. Yes, everyone was locked in. You didn't have time to, me, I make music out of experience, so I love going out sometimes and just free my head and see things that will help me to be able to be creative. I wasn't able to do that. I was just indoors. So why I named it The Pandemic is because I recorded that project during the pandemic when everything was locked down and there was a lot of uncertainty around the world. So I didn't even know I was going to come out anytime soon. I was just like, okay, I'll just keep working. If my music ever comes out to the world, if it doesn't come out, let's just keep going. Let me just keep working. So I was just trying to motivate myself, basically. It was a very hard time for the world, for me and everybody. Yeah. So I just thought, let me just motivate myself by just continuing the work. And we came out together, and I thank God.
Now, what was it like collaborating with a mentor like the Prince? Because obviously, you're coming in, you've got this incredible talent, but he's the experienced person who's been in the industry and done these various things. What did he do to help you in that process? What kind of lessons did he pass on?
So he's a great motivator for the time because, he really helped in putting my sound together. You understand? Mm-hmm. He helped in putting my sound together and making sure that this is how we wanted the sound. This is how he wanted me to look. You understand? He created that image, you understand, that you're seeing today. So, me, I don't stress myself in picking my music most of the time because, I know that he has the ears. So when he listens to something and he knows that this is a jam, this is a hit song, we put it out. So it's so easy, and his family, so it's an amazing time working with him so far.
Fantastic. Well, he sounds like an absolutely perfect mentor, especially in this field. And of course, I think you're one of the very first artists he signed for his label, and obviously you've become a huge hit. So it's been beneficial to him as well.
Yeah, definitely.
Now, one of the things you mentioned is sort of like the ability to tell when a song is a hit. And of course, everyone in the world wants what you have. They want to be a famous pop star, music videos, beautiful women, that sort of thing. What do you do to try to make yourself stand out? Do you have a strategy around what the Ruger brand is going to be, what Ruger is going to stand for? Do you look at what other people do, or do you just focus internally and say, this is what I love, this is what makes people feel good, this is what we're putting out?
Me, I would say I'm a perfectionist.
Mm-hmm.
You understand? And I take my time. If it's not working, I'll leave it for the meantime. You understand? Because I'm not the kind of person that just goes into the studio to just go vibe and say, oh, I have a song already. Sometimes it takes months for me to get done with a song.
Mm-hmm.
And so I take my time to make sure I come up with the perfect mix of everything. That's why someone was telling me the other day that my song has a chill vibe, but it still makes you want to dance at the end of the day.
Yeah.
So you have to have all those elements put in together, and most of the time, it doesn't take one night to do that. Sometimes it takes months to get that perfect song. You understand? And I'm that kind of person that's patient enough to get that. You understand? We can start with the beat with this month, then maybe start vibing the next month, then leave it again, then start writing on it the next month. It's just how it is.
Got it. So you will take the time, however long it takes to get all the elements right, because that's the thing that really counts. Do you think of yourself as, when you think about the sort of musical strategy, do you think of it as an album-based strategy or a song-based strategy? Like, do you try to collect everything and release a single album at once, or do you release songs along the way? What's your thinking on that?
I feel like I do everything. I can do everything that pertains to music. You understand? I can decide to release just a song.
Mm-hmm.
The thing of what I do is that I do it as a like, because sometimes I might release a single, sometimes I might release two singles,
mm-hmm.
and sometimes I might release a project. So if you want to release two singles, it has to be two different type of singles to for one market and another market at the same time. You understand? So even if the other one is not that big, but there's some people that are actually enjoying that thing that you're giving them on that other song. So it's basically everything for me. I can decide to give you a song. I can decide to give you an album or a project, or two songs or three songs. It's just how I feel at that time, how I feel and how much I feel my fans want my music at that time. Because I love when my fans are hungry. When my fans are hungry, I don't stop them with music, because when you stop something, your mind starts pouring out.
Right.
You understand? So I make sure everything they have eaten, they're tired. Then they're like, give us food. Give us music, please. Then I give them.
Excellent.
Last them.
That's the key. It's a demand side strategy. Supply is important, but what you're doing is you're making sure that the demand remains high at all times. I like it. Now, one of the things that, we noticed is that you have been somebody who, congratulates other Afrobeat singers, people who might be considered rivals, somebody like WizKid, Burna Boy. You're supporting people in the genre. How do you think about competition versus being part of a movement? How do you balance those two? Because at the end of the day, you want to be the top star as well.
Yeah. I feel like it's very interesting. It's good for the game.
Mm-hmm.
Because it makes you be on your toes. I don't have any I don't think there's actually really a disadvantage competition. Healthy competition, I must say, because when it gets violent, that's when it's wrong. You understand?
Yes.
I feel like we push each other to be the best of what we want to be. You understand? Just like you can see the Messi and the Ronaldo. Messi and Ronaldo, you see both of them. The competition is high, but when they see each other, they hug each other. You understand? They know that I have to beat this person's score. You understand?
Yes.
I have to beat that person's score. When it gets back to the pit, he knows that he has to beat So yeah, it's not bad to congratulate people, but you know that you have to step up too. You have to be on top too. That's it.
Speaking of the World Cup, did you get a chance to watch the World Cup final with Messi and Mbappe going against each other?
I was watching it in my living room. I was. It
I
was a
was.
very intense match.
Oh my God, it
Very
was
intense.
incredible. Now,
Incredible.
were you pulling for Messi? Were you pulling for Mbappe? Who did you want to win
I'm a
that one?
Ronaldo fan. I'm a Ronaldo fan, so I didn't want
Oh.
Messi to get it. I didn't want Messi to get it, but unfortunately, it is what it is.
Look, you tip your cap. He's amazing.
Yeah, so like I was happy for him, you know. I was happy for him still.
Now I got to add, since now you're an internationally famous guy yourself. Have you gotten a chance to hang out with Ronaldo? I mean, I would love to be able to do something like that.
That would be amazing if I ever get the chance. If I ever get the chance, I would love that.
You got to
I
do
hope
some.
that.
You got to do a performance in Saudi Arabia when he's playing there, and get
I
a chance
hope
to
that
meet him.
I hope that happens very soon, man. Can't wait.
That is absolutely awesome. Well, you mentioned, again, you're just a regular guy when you're not shooting your videos and things like that. So,
Yeah.
what else do you do? You mentioned Netflix and chill. Like I've noticed from your music videos, I mean, you're in incredible shape. Your abs look awesome. Like, what kind of working out do you do? What's the story
I
there?
play football. I play football and I do some home workouts.
Well, it's
I play
working.
football and I do some home workouts too. So yeah, that's it. That's it with me. It's not too much. I go for football training too.
Mm-hmm.
Time to time. Whenever I'm free, most of the time. So I just go for football training. I have a coach that helps me with that. So I just relax and have fun and do other activities. Yeah.
That's great. I'm not as much a football guy. My favorite sport is basketball. Love playing basketball. Harder to do during the pandemic. This pandemic has been tough on all of us, but I love playing basketball.
So nice.
So you mentioned, one of the things that really comes through is your authenticity, the fact that you really care about the fans. You want to make sure that they're hungry, they want more music, you want to satisfy them. Tell me about the relationship with the fans, because now we live in an era of social media. What do you do to interact with your fans on social media? How do you think about, developing that relationship with your fans?
So most of the times I just be me. You understand?
Mm-hmm.
I'm a very funny person. I love to crack jokes. I just love to be hilarious. I love to just make fun of things. You understand? So I just do that, and just most of the time I put last slides, very funny memes on my page, just to back up whatever hard picture I have going on. So it makes them talk under my comment section. What are you doing, Ruger? What was that second slide? What was that last slide? You understand? So I just be me. I just have fun with it, and I make sure I make relatable music, because most of the songs I make, they relate to it. So when I'm on stage, they sing it back to me like it's happening to them. You understand? So that's what I do most of the time.
I think that's a really key insight, which is, you allow the fans to become part of your world. It's not that they see it as you're doing it. They see it as themselves doing it. So they become a part of the story, and it makes them more involved. Now, how difficult is it to play the role of Ruger? Obviously, you're Ruger, but it's also, a stage name, and there's you have these music videos. You're portraying an image, but you mentioned, hey, I'm just a regular guy. I just love to watch Netflix and chill out and play football. How do you balance these? Do your fans like to hear about the fact that you're a regular guy, or do they want to hear that you're living this fancy lifestyle and jetting from city to city? How do you balance those two?
I just do it as it comes. I don't put my personal life out there like that. I do. If I want to put my personal life, I mostly go on Snapchat just to show them my regular day. You understand? I could just be
Mm-hmm.
in bed. Then maybe I'm watching TV. I just make a short video. Maybe I see something hilarious happening on the TV, and I say, "What's happening here?" Then I post it on my Snapchat. I have more fans there talking about my personal life. Then on Instagram is mostly Ruger. Twitter is mostly Ruger. So You know, if you want to see my normal, come on Snapchat, see Michael.
See, that's interesting to me, right? The fact that you've got a different approach to each different channel. But the thing
Yeah,
that really comes through, and again, just from just meeting you now and talking with you,
yeah.
is this sense of authenticity. Like you really want to be you. And your goal is, of course, to entertain the fans and everything like that. But you just seem like you're a really solid, grounded guy who knows who you are, who knows what you like, and you're just trying to make other people happy as well.
I'm a sweet guy until when I feel like I'm about to be disrespected. So like I have to come in and just remind everyone that, oh, you guys have to remember that
Like the other people
this
in
is who
traffic
I am.
disrespecting you, those
You
bastards.
understand? I tell you, they're disrespecting me right now, but it's okay.
It does sound like you're starting to get into some areas where maybe you need to worry more about what's going on with traffic. We don't want to hold you over too long, but as is traditional on a podcast interview, what's next for Ruger? What are the big plans, and how can people who listen to this interview and say, I want to listen to his music, I want to follow him? You mentioned Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat. Where can they find you?
Yeah, definitely. My album is dropping this year, so I can't wait to release that. It's dropping very soon this year. I'll be announcing the date very, very soon. And my tour, my Europe tour, everything happening this year. America, all around the world, happening this year. So it's a very exciting year for me, basically, and I'm very excited about how it's gonna happen. I get to see my fans and everything up close and all of that. Well, and you can find me on every social media platform at Ruger Official, be it Snapchat, be it Twitter, be it Instagram, everywhere. Ruger Official. Find me and let's communicate. Let's see each other.
Awesome. Well, if you happen to decide to stop in San Francisco on your world tour and you want to meet some folks from the world of startups and venture capital, I'm more than happy to meet up and see what I can do.
Thank you so much. I'd really love that. I'd really love that.